My name is Brigitte Knight, and I am a human design specialist. I'm a former nurse and psychotherapist, and I love talking about human design. My design is a 3-5 projector, symbiotic projector. Today, I decided I wanted to speak a little bit to projectors. I know that so many of you have just learned your human design and you're excited to try it out and you want to use it to do big things like change your job, change your relationships, um, get rid of anxiety, help your depression out, help you figure out what your purpose is in life. All of those things you can absolutely do. But there are a few foundation things that you need to take care of, or at least have in your mind as you're moving forward. So I made some notes. You're going to see me looking at them, but I'm just going to share things that I've learned over time. And if you don't want to watch me, you can read about it at my website. I have blogs over there that touch on these subjects as well. And my website is brigittenight.com. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Okay, so let's begin. Number one, looking at notes. Number one, I want you to take time to learn what it means and feels like to be a projector. What is your role? Your role is to guide, lead, direct other people. How does that manifest in real life? What does that look like? How are you already doing that? That's the most important thing you want to sit back and take a look at, slow down and go, I'm a projector. I was born that way. How am I naturally guiding and leading other people, right? Your strategy is wait for invitations, but there's another part of that. Wait for recognition and invitations. What does it mean to wait for recognition? What does recognition mean? I recommend taking some time to study that, look at it, review it, read some books, read some blogs. What does recognition feel like? Are there other projectors out there that have shared a time or two when they have been recognized? And once you've been recognized, what does an invitation look and feel like? Many of you are sitting and waiting for invitations, but you haven't learned a couple of things about them. One of them being invitations take time. Now, what do you do while you're waiting for your invitation? Stay busy. Stay busy preparing for your invitation. How do you do that? It depends on who you are. It depends on what goals you have, what you want out of life. That is what preparation looks like. What are you preparing for? What goal are you preparing for? Secondly, take time to understand the other human design types. You may think, Brigitte, I have enough to do trying to figure out who I am in human design. And I totally get that because I did the same thing. I didn't know the benefit of paying attention to the other types. Nobody told me, but I learned about them. I knew basically who they were, but I didn't know that my success, my greatness comes from knowing how to relate to them. And now looking back on 2 decades, I'm like, oh, I get it. So I am sharing with you something I have learned. If you have manifestors, generators, manifesting generators, projectors, reflectors in your immediate vicinity, get their charts and look at how they are living their design. How do they naturally live their design? How does it affect you? How does your design affect them? That's something you can do easily, and it's a part of preparing for your invitations, right? Let's talk about generators a little bit. And I want to talk about generators because there is a very special relationship that generators have with projectors. First of all, this is a really big point. Projectors, you are not generators, right? So it's up to you to learn what a generator is and how you differ from them. And make sure that you are living a life that's different from them. You do not have the same strategy they have. You do not have the same amount of energy that they have. So how can you make sure that you are not acting like you have what they have, right? But this is the lovely part. Projectors have something that generators need, and generators have something that projectors need. So there's this lovely symbiotic relationship going on between the two of them. And why that's important to know is 70% or more of the world are generators and manifesting generators. So 20% of the world are projectors, and we are living in a generator world. We have been raised as generators. The examples we see around us, the majority of people are living their generator life. So it seems like we're just supposed to adapt, fit in, and keep pace with generators. But that doesn't work for projectors. We don't have the energy to sustain that lifestyle. So that's another reason to understand the difference between yourself and a generator and make sure that you're not acting like they are. Another really interesting thing to think about is you are very different from the manifestor type. Manifestors are here to initiate, to start things, and they have urges and inspiration that pulls them in that direction. And they have this energy that inspires others to get on board and help them bring things into a reality. They initiate new things into the world and they initiate people to help them. Projectors, we don't initiate anything. We wait for maybe a manifestor in our world to initiate us, right? We wait for a generator to ask us to help them with something, to give us an invitation. That's how our world works. And when I explain that to you, it sounds pretty disappointing, like, oh my God, that's just ridiculous. That's why I'm asking you to spend time getting to know yourself, getting to know the relationships around you, so that you don't get disappointed when invitations don't come at you. Ask me how I know that. I know that from experience, from a few decades of still trying to live in the generator world, still trying to initiate like a manifester and continuing to burn out. It took time for me to learn not to do that. Therefore, now I don't burn out as often. So I share that little message with you as well. If it works, fabulous. Now, how can projectors and generators help each other? Remember, I said they're a symbiotic team. They each have something that the other needs. For example, generators have unlimited sustainable energy. Projectors need that. We need that. And projectors have the ability to guide and direct and to do so in a slow, big picture way. Generators need that type of input sometimes to choose the best way to spend that unlimited, sustainable energy that they have the potential for. Yes? So here's an interesting way that we can help each other. Generators sometimes complain that projectors are slow. Yes, we are slow, but we're slow in a very sure-footed way. And we help generators slow down and choose correctly what they need to do, right? Now, if you're a generator or manifesting generator and you think projectors are slow, it's up to you to choose when you want to access projectors. When do you need a projector to guide you, and when do you need to jump out of the relationship and, thanks, projector, I got it, I can go now. That's how that works. You have that right and you have that agency. You have to take care of yourself. Now, on the other hand, projectors often complain that generators and manifesting generators tire them out. Nah, yeah, me. I can attest to that, right? And it makes sense when you learn about human design centers. So, what does that speed do for projectors? Well, in the short term, it gives us access to sustainable energy, which we don't have on our own. So it helps us to work a little bit longer, to be able to enjoy a project a little bit longer, to hang out at the party a little bit longer, to enjoy the picnic a little bit longer, to get a project finished a little faster or get it finished, period, because we're around the generator energy that pulls us along. But again, it's up to us to know our limit. When is it time to jump off? When is enough enough? When do we feel overwhelmed by generator energy? And it's up to us to take care of ourselves. So to button up that point, I would scan your environment, scan your family, your immediate family, scan your extended family, scan your friends, scan your work environment and your friends and relationships there. Who are the projectors? Who are the generators? How do you feel around them? How can you access their energy? How can you work with them? And how can you practice taking care of yourself? Now, I know some of you are like, Okay, I kind of get it. That's such a slow process. And yeah, it is. Human design is not a magic wand. It is a lifestyle change. It is a new way for you to get to know yourself and start making decisions based on what you're getting to know. So some of you have big plans for your human design. You really want to find that job, find that relationship. You've got a lot of things going on that you want to do. You want to move, you want to buy a house, you want to do all this stuff using your human design. And you'll be able to do those things once you lay a great foundation and get to know yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a few quick tips off the top of my head that, you know, frankly, somebody asked me some questions this week and I felt like maybe I could do this and share it with you. If you want to know more about this, I believe I have a blog written about the projector strategy, the 4 steps of the projector strategy. And in there, it talks a little bit about how projectors and generators can help each other. So you can access my blog at my website, BrigitteKnight.com, and that's going to be in the description. And please share your comments, ask your questions. I love talking about human design, and I'll see you in the next video. Before you go, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos.